أحب الله والإسلام والقرآن والجنة، أحب جحافل الإيمان ترفع راية السنة. أحب الله والإسلام والقرآن والجنة، أحب جحافل الإيمان ترفع راية السنة.
ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد. This morning I got questions about fiqh issue on how to deal with someone who committed suicide. Can he be buried by Muslims? Can one make dua for him? Can one make salat al-janazah upon him? And that's not really the point, but since I know I'm going to get asked about that issue, I'll get it out of the way. Simply put, the answer is yes. Muslims should do salah on one who committed suicide. He's still a Muslim. That's not an act of kufr in the correct opinion of the scholars. Now, if there's, they should make salah on him. They should bury him. They should shroud him. They should bury him among the believers, and they should make dua and istighfar for him. It's a super major sin, no doubt about that. But in itself, it does not by itself, does not make one non-believer or negate his shahada. Now, if he doesn't make salah, that's a whole different story. I adopt the view that not making one who doesn't make salah is a kafir. Even if he claims he's lazy, he's a kafir. That salah is a different story. But if he makes salah and he committed suicide, that's a sin. Committing suicide is a sin. The ulama said that the Prophet ﷺ refused to make salah on an individual who committed suicide during his time. But the reason they say he didn't make salah was deter others from doing that act. So the shuyukh, the prominent people, the leaders, they should avoid making salah on one who committed suicide so they can deter others. So others will have two thoughts. Is this guy going to make salah on me when I die if I commit suicide? It'll make them think twice. The details were astonishing about this young man. He's 23 years old from Bangladesh. Memorizes the entire Quran. Never was known to abandon salah. Was always consistent on his salah. They don't know any time he ever missed a single salah. The day he killed himself, he performed salat al-dhuhr and salat al-asr. He was known to be pious, and no one ever imagined this to happen. He actually, from what I was told, had a long beard. His discussions were all about Islam. A few hours after Asr, the maid walks in his room and finds him hanging from a rope. This is one story. Another story from a sister. She said she called approximately 4 o'clock several weeks ago. And she said she's in the bathroom trying to slice her wrist. She actually started. I said, why? She said over some argument. It's a big argument, but an argument with her husband. I said, is this man worth you getting a millisecond of a blazing hell of Jahannam? Alhamdulillah, she stopped it and she's doing good. But imagine if she went along with it. May Allah grant her, her kids, and all of our sisters content and happiness in this life. When one is at ease, he neglects this topic about sabr. Many take the teachings of sabr in such a superficial way, and that's why we have these problems. Those are the ones who don't have the immune system of sabr to fend off trials, depression, anxieties, and calamities. That's how one ends up losing his iman or life. One firmly rooted in this topic, may get mad. You're a human being. You're going to get mad. One may get suicidal thoughts. Your nafs, your shaitan, you get suicidal thoughts. But a hadith, a ayah we mentioned, a story about sabr, one of the matters that we talked about here today, sabr, should come into one's mind and suddenly he snaps out of it. That's basically the lesson we get from those, that you take these topics to heart.